Good morning, everybody. Boy, I'm ready to go today. I have been looking forward to this video since last night. So, what did you think about our display last night? The so-called debate. What a joke. ABC, I am just astounded at your stupidity. I really am astounded at your stupidity. Because what you fail to understand is 57% of the American people this morning are going to boycott you. Because you have lost your ability to be down the middle. You've been bought and paid for by the left. And last night was a complete and total sham. And America knows it. Your decision to create I don't even know how to describe it because it wasn't a debate. You don't have a clue what a debate is. The two moderators last night should be fired today because their performance was an absolute joke. To be a professional journalism, the definition of that is to deliver facts non-biasedly, without your own opinions and feelings delivered along with those facts. Absolute disgrace. So incredibly unprofessional. So incredibly obvious that they were biased. And frankly, I believe that you gave her the copy of your questions ahead of time. Because most people don't know that the owner of ABC, the CEO of ABC, is best friends with Kamala Harris. So how could you possibly conduct a debate? A debate is a coming together of two individuals to discuss their opinions and their facts, the circumstances. And there's a moderator that is independent, that doesn't agree with both sides or cannot let their feelings and their position, their ideology be seen. ABC, it's time, conservative America, to boycott them, to hurt them where it really hurts them the most, in the pocketbook. Because that's the only way that we, as a conservative movement, are going to be able to control the leftist infestation of our society. I've also been saying for weeks and weeks that now it is time for Americans to demand a national set of rules, conducts, and ethics for the journalism industry, the news industry. Because doctors, lawyers, insurance agents, adjusters, I can go on and on. All of those people have to go, they have to be trained, they have to pass a state or a national license, and there's a code of conduct and ethics that they must work within. It's time. Because how are we ever going to trust a leftist news organization if there's a person sitting in the White House that they don't support? How are we ever going to trust them that they're going to deliver the news to you and me, the public? We can't, because they don't. If there's a catastrophe and Donald Trump happens to be the next president and you don't report the facts because you don't agree with him, the only people who are suffering are the American people. So it's time for the American people to take this back. Boycott ABC, Lowe's, Netflix, all of these other companies that are forcing a leftist liberal ideology onto you and me as a conservative that we don't want. I respect your decision to have your own opinion. My best friend and I don't see eye to eye on politics, but we respect each other's position. We respect the fact that we can disagree and still have a conversation, still be friends. You can't do that with the majority of the left because they come after you violently, aggressively, personally, with personal insults. You can't have a rational conversation, and last night is proof of that. So if you're a conservative and you don't appreciate that all we are ever told or all that is ever pushed down our throats are a liberal leftist ideology, it's about time that we say enough is enough. And the way we do that is to boycott, to not give them what they need most, which is our hard-earned money. We are at a crossroads right now in this country. If you go out and you look on social media and you read comments, you can tell every single time who is a liberal and who is a conservative. Because the conservatives, 90% of the time, are respectful of the other party. But the left, oh my God, the things that they write, maggot, lowlife, deplorable. I mean, what did Nancy Pelosi say yesterday? Hillary Clinton calls people who don't agree with her deplorables. Really? Because almost 60% of America is that way. Last night was an absolute farce. It was not a debate. Kamala Harris cannot stand on her own 2 feet. She's got to have an entire network behind her to answer questions to the American public. And you didn't answer questions, sweetheart. We still don't know where you stand on anything. Except you've been in office for 3.5 years, and we are now in the worst shape on all levels because of your leadership with Joe Biden. We can't believe anything you say because you don't stand in front of all reporters and answer questions. You have to have an orchestrated sham like you did last night to answer any questions. And frankly, the moderators did all the input of what you had to say. Just in case you don't know, that is not a real moderator. It is a joke. It is an absolute joke, and it is a disgrace. And go look at the international news. America right now is a laughingstock. A laughingstock. It's just an absolute total sham, and it is a disgrace, and it is embarrassing. I feel embarrassed for you. That's how pathetic your performance was last night. All of you. Because it wasn't a presidential debate. It was far from it. You should be completely and totally ashamed of yourself. Walter Cronkite is rolling over in his grave because you have taken an honorable industry and turned it into a pathetic propaganda machine, and you've alienated 60% of the population of this country. And all you do is call us names. So, it's time for us to fight back. And the way we do that is by boycotting every single company that is pushing their leftist ideology on you. Facebook, Instagram, all of them. Because they don't do anything but censor. And that violates the Constitution of the United States, in case you didn't know that. We don't know today any more about Kamala Harris and what she's going to do if she is, God forbid, elected. What we do know is what we have in the past to look at, and it is all socialistic, communistic, Marxist policies that will destroy this country. Last night should be a wake-up call, because if that's how we're going to present the information to the American public, we're in real trouble. So share this video. Let's do what we have to do. Boycott these companies. Make them realize that we're not just going to stand by and have this thrown down our throats. And stand your ground. Respectfully. The way I know the conservative movement really is. And I know 60% of the American public agrees with me. And as far as the journalism industry is concerned, it's dead. And the only way to revive it is to develop a national code of conduct and ethics. And if you want to participate, you have to go through training, you have to have a license, and if you fail to work within those guidelines and ethics, it's simple. Like the rest of us, you're fined and you're fired. God bless everyone, and God bless the United States of America.